It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5. Brought to you by the Butterfly Palace and Rainforest Adventure, Adventure Cave Tours, and Talking Rocks Cavern. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
You betcha. We got a lot of great sponsors. We're grateful for them. Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you had maybe a day off yesterday you got to enjoy. Regardless, it's Tuesday, so we're moving through the week. We'll begin with news.
All right. It was a deadly holiday weekend at Lake of the Ozarks. A man from Chicago drowned after jumping off a dock into the lake on Sunday. 30 years old, but his body has been recovered. There is a huge backlog of record requests at the Missouri Attorney General's office. When AG Andrew Bailey took office, there were more than 200 records unfulfilled. Delays for public records requests are now at about a year's wait.
Wow, that's a long time. And there's a lot of media because that's sunshine type requests, right?
Yeah, I mean that and other, but yes, if the media is requesting something, that would be through the AG's office with a sunshine or FOIA request. And if they want it now. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. Well, it's been about 20 years, but Fair Play has a fire department again. The new department bought a fire truck from the Southern Dallas County Fire Protection District. Other equipment was donated to them. The police chief is now also the fire chief there in Fair Play. And Springfield Cardinals fans will soon spot some of the new upgrades to Hammons Field. One of the most noticeable will be lights. The lights are being changed to LED lights. That will allow them to change colors at different times during game night. So that's cool. Also, sprinklers on the field are being improved. Visitors clubhouse is being improved as well.
Very cool. Lawmakers in Kansas have been receiving letters laced with white powder. That sounds terrifying. They're now warning the public about the threatening letters that they're getting. More than 100 elected officials in Kansas have received those letters. So far, none of them have actually contained any kind of poison. So it sounds just cruel. Home prices in the Ozarks hit an all-time record high in May, a median price of $270,000. Yikes. That's even with mortgage rates being up. The issue is supply and demand, low inventory, and apparently lots of people who are still looking to buy.
Wow, that's steep. It's just getting, it's great if you're selling, but if you sell, you also got to buy or build, and neither of those is cheap.
Neither is cheap, right? Yeah.
Unless you can time it right. More high-speed internet connections are being made across the Ozarks. White River Connect in the Branson area has started a 5-year plan on a $260 million internet project. I think the internet may be here to stay based on the investments they're making. White River will be working to improve internet in Christian, Douglas, Ozark, Stone, and Taney counties. And then there's this. Did you hear about this? Pappy's Place is for sale. Who took you to Pappy's Place for the first time, Sarah?
Apparently you.
No. Tim.
Tim Lime Cooler. Yes.
Tim Lime Cooler. I'm certain of that. He took me, and I think he takes everyone. At any rate, the longtime barbecue
photographer at KY3. He also kept Casper's in business. Lindbergh's on Commercial Street. What else? Any old time favorite? Pizza House. Aunt Martha's before it closed down. I can't think of any others, but
whenever we were in Buffalo, we'd always go to Hip Pocket Pizza. He insisted we go there, and that was great. It was great pizza. At any rate, we're talking about Pappy's Place, the longtime barbecue restaurant and bar. Has a listing price of $500,000 now. Sale comes, you may recall, just 6 months after the death of one of its co-owners, Wayne Rader. His widow, Susan, is hoping a new owner can keep Pappy's tradition alive. And we certainly hope so as well. Yeah.
Well, here's something cool. A local choir will get to open for the rock band Foreigner on July 14th. The New Life Choir from Nixa will compete in an a cappella contest against a choir from Little Rock prior to the rock concert at the Walmart Music Pavilion in Rogers, Arkansas. Foreigner is touring with Loverboy as part of its historic farewell tour.
How about that? Foreigner and Loverboy hitting the road again. Whew, that'll take you back. But that's neat that they get a chance to compete for some pretty good prizes. Actually, I was reading that, and some of the guys from Foreigner, and then some of the people on the tour are going to be judges in this a cappella contest. So
That's fun.
good luck.
Every time I see the word acapella, stresses me out. Do you
Now,
know do you know why? What?
no, did you pronounce it incorrectly sometime publicly?
Yeah, I did.
Probably.
On our wedding day.
Did you?
Do you remember this?
Well, I
So
remember the
the music did not go on as planned
I remember that.
at our wedding day, and I said, "Sing it acap acapella." All I
Oh,
know was whichever one I said it was wrong,
oh.
and you looked at me. This is our wedding day, people. Listen, I thought he was like my knight in shining armor, and he's like, "You moron! It's not that one; it's the other."
No,
Um,
I think my concern, my greater concern was ordering the singers to sing it without audio, without any music track, which is not an easy thing to do in front of a wedding audience. So,
Anyway, it was funny. We're still happily married 16 years later, but I do want you to know that I'm pretty sure he called me a moron on our wedding day.
pretty sure I didn't say moron. The pastor was standing right next to us at the time.
What did you say?
I said, I don't know what I said, but I didn't call you
All
a
I know is I
moron.
screwed it up, and I still don't know which one is right. I still don't. So I'm
It's
just gonna go with
acapella.
acapella. I hope I'm right.
Acapello. I don't know what that is, but it's
It
not
was
a
a
word.
group, I think. I think there was a group with
No,
that name.
it's not a group. You made it
Move
up
on.
and
Move
you
on.
got it wrong. You brought it up. I wasn't going to say anything. It was only 16 years ago.
But who's keeping score?
Clearly, one of us is.
Anywho, go on with yourself. Go.
Okay. Well, you had slowed us down to talk about this acapello moment. So I'm just letting it end on its own velocity. All right. St. Louis Cardinals outfielder Lars Nootbaar is back up with the Major League club after rehabbing at AAA. A 25-year-old had been on the injured list with back spasms since late May. Doing better now, but he was doing great in AAA. Not so great yesterday, though. He went 0 for 4 against Washington, but the Cardinals got a W, so we'll take what we can get. And this is interesting. Did you hear about this? Former St. Louis Cardinal David Freese has declined his invitation and induction into the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame.
What?
That's big.
I did not
Because
hear about this.
he's a St. Louis native, so he grew up there, just like me. Imagine me somehow being a Cardinal and then being invited, being voted in by fans to be in the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame.
It could happen, folks. It could happen. Listen, my
Angle it a
husband
little
has
bit.
gotten
We're
1,000
getting.
against major league pitchers.
I am. That's true. I am. Angle it a little bit. I'm seeing a computer screen behind you.
Who else's husband
There
is
you go.
batting 1,000 against major
That's me.
league pitchers? Is
That's
what I want
ripping
to
a.
know.
That's me ripping a ball in batting practice down at fantasy camp, St. Louis Cardinals fantasy camp, 2007. I am batting 1,000 against major league pitching. That's what that one is. That's my jersey back there, and I have below it my stats. In case you ever come over, you can check that out. But I'm batting 1,000 against major league. Anyway,
Okay, so back to the news of the day. Why did he turn down the invitation?
David Freese. He was voted by fans and was slated for induction this summer, but says he thought about it and will not accept the honor. He said, quote, among other things, but this is the one I think that is telling the statement. He said, I look at who I was during my tenure, and that weighs heavily on me. So over the course of his career in St. Louis, he didn't do as well as he wanted to do over the entire career, and then ended up being traded away. So he's got issues with that, and doesn't think maybe that he's worthy of the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame. Now, of course, he is, because he was the MVP of the 2011 World Championship and really was the hero of probably the greatest, one of the top 3 greatest St. Louis Cardinals games ever played, and that was Game 6 of the 2011 World Series, where he had a triple. He hit the game-winning home run, the walk-off home run. The Rangers were up If they had won, they were one strike away from winning the entire World Series, and the Cardinals ended up winning that. And
It
Freese
sounds
was
like
the
he
hero.
has like, what's the word? It's kind of self-deprecating. I don't know. He's insecure. Is he insecure? Can you
No, I
be
don't think it's
insecure and
that.
be a Major League Baseball player? That sounds to me like an oxymoron, but
Here's what I think. The kid, he grew up in St. Louis. He didn't do as well in St. Louis as a Cardinal as he wanted to, even though he had the unbelievable run in the 2011 World Series. And he thinks that overall, with the caliber of other players that are in the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame, that he's not worthy of being there with the likes of Lou Brock and Ozzie Smith and Bob Gibson and Stan Musial, Albert Pujols very soon, Yadier Molina. Those guys are heroes, but so is he. And the fans voted him in. So I think one day he's going to change his mind and he'll get in. At any rate,
insecurity. Go ahead.
As he gets older, he's going to say, "What am I, an idiot? I'm going to get into that Hall of Fame." The Hall of Fame weekend will go on August 18th. Two others will be inducted: Jose Oquendo, the Secret Weapon, and Max Linear.
Okay. Speaking of the Cardinals, how about this? Cardinals fans are being asked to give blood this month. Those that do at the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks will get 2 free tickets to a Springfield Cardinals game and a Cardinals t-shirt. So we told you about that a couple weeks ago. Don't forget, though, because they could use your help. In fact, we had a swim meet in Columbia this past weekend. So we were driving, is it Highway 54? Right? From like Jeff City,
I think so.
and Highway 5 to Lebanon. Anyway, all the highways. And we saw multiple horrific car crashes. Anyway, it made me think about giving blood, honestly, because they always say summertime is the most dangerous time on the roadways, and people need blood because they're going to the hospital because of the number of crashes. So there you go. There's your motivation. There's your why. But then you get, like, what do you get? You get some Cardinals tickets and t-shirts. So
that ain't bad.
All right. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday, is the next free lunchtime concert at Founders Park in downtown Springfield. It's from noon to 12:30. So make sure you grab your lunch, then head to Founders Park and you can sit and listen. Tomorrow you can listen to jazz. That's exciting. 4-part a cappella. How'd I do? Barbershop quartet. So that is fun. Who doesn't love a barbershop quartet? Seriously. It's the second to the last free concert there because it was just like a summertime program. So second to last one.
Well, I'm impressed you successfully said a cappella twice in one podcast. That's pretty good.
I had someone who is both older and wiser than me write me a pronouncer. It goes like this: A-K-Pella.
Okay, well, that's all it takes. Only on our wedding day. It's going to be hot and dry most of this week. 88 today. So if you're headed out to that lunchtime on Founders Park, take yourself a little fan of some sort, of personal fan or a mister, because it's going to be hot. 88 degrees, 87 tomorrow, 85 on Thursday, 86 on Friday. No real rain chances until Sunday, where it looks like we'll have some storms. So hot and dry this week. Water that lawn, I guess.
No doubt. All right. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a fantastic Tuesday.
Yep. See you tomorrow.